Hello Aries, Elsie here to do a bonus read for you, my friends. Hello my fire family, how are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you, Aries. I'm here to do a bonus read because you guys just killed it last week. Thank you so much for all the views and the likes and the comments, all of that stuff. I appreciate the way you love on this channel. I'm here to do a bonus read, Aries, and when I do a bonus read, I do not date or time the bonus reads. I intend for these bonus reads to be for the current energy or the future energy, and please be reminded it's a general reading and not everybody's on the same timeline. It may not resonate with you, and if it doesn't, please just click on the X and go find your moon and your rising sign. That might resonate for you a little bit more. So let's find out what's going on for you, Aries. Just going to throw cards, find out what's going on here. Throwing these cards on a Sunday, by the way, so happy Sunday to you. And here we go. Let's find out what's going on here. I trust that whenever you find this, that it may resonate for you, and whether that is today, tomorrow, or next year. Let's find out what's going on for Aries. Tell me what's coming up for Aries. What is the most important thing that the Aries collective needs to know? Aries, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. Pinned to the comments is everything you need to know about how to get a private read. So we start off with the King of Swords here. Aries, tell me why the King of Swords is here, please. We do have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you want to say something, but you've been shoved to the outside looking in. I want to say you have something that you want to say, but you're out in the cold here. We do have the Hanged Man. It's like you've gotten a different perspective. It feels like, Aries, I feel like the person that you want to speak with is somebody who helped you. It's like this person only ever gave you kindness. I'm just looking at this person who's stopped by, this person who is hanging on this. It's hanging here trying to find a different perspective, and it looks like this person's been hanging there for a while. But it feels like, I want to say that this is the person you want to speak with. That's what it feels like here. That this person, I think you remember them or are thinking about them, that this person in your hardest times, Aries, is the one that came to give you words of encouragement, that came to give you water as you were, as it were, you were hanging there trying to find your balance, trying to find a different perspective. And any time that it came to this place where you felt stuck or felt like you were sacrificing a whole lot for whatever you were doing, this person, I feel, is the only person that showed you kindness or noticed that you were feeling out of sorts on the outside looking in. The King of Swords tells me that I feel like you said something. Like it feels like there is something that you said that kind of broke things apart. It feels like it's something that you said, and I don't think it was anything terrible, but please understand that when we see the King of Swords, that the King of Swords is somebody who is always going to speak the truth, who's going to be very honest and truthful with what they're saying. And I feel like this person may have felt hurt by the way you said it, or maybe you gave them a lot of truth and they weren't ready for it. It could be that. But the Five of Pentacles tells me that you are on the outside looking in here, or that you left them on the outside looking in. I feel like this person that's here, their foot is wrapped up here, and it looks like they're hurt. Oh. And it's like they don't have any support. This person, I don't know if you can see that, but they're holding some sort of piece of wood in their hand, and you can see that there's a crutch here, an old-time crutch, and it almost feels like maybe this person it felt like they were a crutch for you, I want to say. Or maybe this person wasn't well. Maybe they weren't well. Maybe they needed your help, and at a time when they needed your help, you gave them words, and I feel like the words that you gave them maybe made them feel like you just weren't interested in helping them. I want to say that you've got a different outlook on this whole situation, Aries. You've got a different outlook here. The Hanged Man is about trying to find a different perspective, and it's really about surrender is what it is. It almost feels like you're about to surrender to this person in the realization that all they were ever trying to do was help you. They were ever only kind to you. And I feel that the words that you gave them were very sharp, possibly. And maybe you didn't like the king never really wants to hurt anybody. Look, that's not the intention of the King of Swords. Aries, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is never the intention of the King of Swords, is to hurt somebody. But the king is always invested in truth, justice, and honesty. I must tell you the things that I think that you need to hear in order to be able to get better, to feel better. This, you might have given somebody some words of advice, but they took them in a different way. Because please remember, it's our perception of what people say to us, and it's really a choice to be offended. You don't have to be offended. It's never something you have to do. It's a choice. The devil in the reverse is here. I want to say that that I feel that you are. It's almost like you're in this self-sacrificing mode. You're feeling guilty, I think, for leaving this person on the outside looking in. It does feel like you did release them. Maybe you felt that they were codependent. Look, there's a bit of codependency here. Two people that are together here, right? It feels like there could have been a bit of codependency here, and maybe you just released this person from your life because you saw them as someone who was hobbled. You saw them as someone who couldn't keep up. That's what it feels like here. And so you released this person. You released them from your life because you didn't need this codependency. You didn't need it, but I think that now that you've got a different perspective, you're realizing that the only thing that this person wanted to do is help you. I feel like they were always there when you needed them, and now you're feeling a little bit guilty or sad that you feeling on the outside looking in. I think that you've got a different perspective. We've got the Death card in the reverse. I feel like you, at that time, and I don't know when this time was, but I feel like at that time, you weren't willing to change. So maybe you weren't willing to soften the words. You weren't willing to make any changes. You weren't willing to transform. I feel like you have now transformed, but I feel like back then, I feel like the Death card was in the reverse. It feels like there was a lot of things you were fighting against. And I feel like one of the things you were fighting against is change. We do have the Two of Wands, but now I feel like you are ready and prepared to speak again. It feels like you're ready to speak to this person again, but you don't know where to find them. That's what it feels like. You don't know where to go to find them. And so I feel like you enlist a friend or you enlist other people here to try and help you find them. You don't know where in the world they are. Tell me more about this, please. We've got the star energy here. There's hope. There's hope that you'll be able to locate this person. You're now at the crossroads here, and it feels like you are ready to see things for what they are. Maybe you weren't seeing things for what they were back there. You've gone through a tower. And it's very interesting because the tower is card 16 and the star is 17. But I feel as though what you want to heal is the tower. I feel like whatever you said to this person, this kind heart who only meant to help you, to be kind to you, to help you in your time of need, now that you're thinking back, it feels like the tower is now here. It's a realization that I let this person go. I treated them badly. Maybe you said something that you didn't intend for it to fall the way it did, but it fell that way. And I feel like you're hoping that you're going to be able to find this person, locate this person, because I feel like you're having some sort of a realization or a tower moment here about this situation. Tell me about the tower. We've got the Nine of Cups. So I feel like your realization is that this person, like it feels like this person cooked for you and cared for you and served you. And so I don't know in what capacity they were in your life. But I feel like this person is somebody who was always there for you, made sure you had enough. Got Scorpio and Capricorn energy here. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We've got more Aquarius energy, more Scorpio. Tell me more about this, please. Explain what this is about. Who is this person and why would they just dote on you? This person doted on you, but it doesn't feel like it's a relationship. It doesn't feel like they are a family member. It feels like you released them. And your realization now is that this person was only here to help me. They only treated me the kindest way. The Seven of Cups is here. It's very confusing. It's overwhelming. Where in the world would I ever be able to find this person? I feel like time's running out. What has he got in his hands here? It does look like there's flowers or hearts around the chest, but he's got a serpent around the waist. And I want to say that it's tightening. That's why I was saying time's running out. You don't know what to do. You're overwhelmed, and it's like your emotions are everywhere. You don't know what to do, because I feel like this happened a while ago, but I feel like you've just had the realization. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Page of Swords. You've learned something from this, and now you don't know what to do with the knowledge that you have. It's like it just popped up on you. Let's talk about this Tower here. It feels like the Page of Cups tells me that you did have affection for this person. I feel like you're learning. The Page of Swords is telling me that sorry, just listening. I feel like you're trying to gather inspiration or emotion. It feels like you're coming to some sort of a realization that has popped up out of nowhere, that this person was someone who loved you. I feel that they had affection for you, that this person was somebody who, like, it feels like you're realizing now that this person was somebody who had affection for you, but you let them jump out of the cup. Like they could have died on the ground. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels like you really didn't care. And I know that sounds harsh, and I'm not saying that you were that harsh, but it does feel like that. It feels like you're ready to face whatever it is that you feel like you perpetuated. Tell me about the Tower, please. What's the realization? Any more information about this for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? It almost feels like back there you were asleep, or you didn't have a realization, and now you're awake, and now you're having realizations one after the other here. We've got the Six of Swords here. I feel like a decision has been made. The two swords are facing down. I feel like you just moved on with your life. You moved on mentally, you moved on with your life, and you healed. You healed from a situation. It feels like it's, you have this realization that this person was someone who doted on me, who really doted on me, loved on me. And I shut myself off. I shut off and I shut down. The Four of Pentacles. I was miserly with my time. I didn't give them my time. I didn't give them my attention. It feels like, and the thing is I feel like death is creeping up on the Four of Pentacles, and I feel like death creeped up on the Four of Pentacles and transformed the situation. I feel like everything changed. And you're trying to live with this limp. Like, I want to say it's a limp. Charlie just showed me somebody limping, and I think it's because I was looking at this person here with the broken foot. It feels like now you are limping about. You're worried. The realization is, my heart healed, but I left this person out in the cold. And I was miserly with my time, and they gave me everything, and I was miserly with my time. It feels like a friendship. That's what it feels like to me. It doesn't feel like a love ship to me. I mean, it's your perspective, so take it as it is. It's your perception of my perspective, so take it as it is for you. But it does feel like, I feel like you carried on or carried along, but it's like it caught up with you. Death is catching up with the Four of Pentacles, right? It's like it's catching up with you now. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the King of Cups, and the Temperance. What? You moved along and opened some sort of a relationship with someone else. I think you fell in love with somebody, but I don't think you stayed in that relationship, because the King of Cups is pouring out the cup and looks kind of a little bit sad. It's like now you're in choppy waters with your long-term relationship. And the Temperance card is here. You're trying to heal it, but I don't know that you can. What is going on here? Tell me what's going on here, please. Give me some more clarity. We've got the Sun, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you've had a breakthrough. Temperance is here, which tells me it's the moment of alchemy. You're wondering if it's even worth pursuing. Because we do have a dove flying out of one cup, and the other cup is being poured into, is being amalgamated back into the earth. The sun is in the background. It feels like you know you have to make something right. That's what it feels like here. And I feel like you've had some sort of a breakthrough about emotions or affection or romance, that you know that you took the cup for yourself instead of asking this person if they were thirsty. I feel like you wonder if this person is single. This is a very weird reading. I hope this makes sense to somebody. Seems like a very weird reading. So why did you say something that was harsh, and why weren't you ready to change back here? Because death is in the reverse. It's like I wasn't ready at that time. Got the Ace of Swords, but you're ready now. Ace of Swords and Two of Swords is 3. You realize now that you broke somebody's heart, and the realization is that you really have a lot of love for them. That you were, it's like you really have a lot of love for them. I don't think that you meant to hurt them, Aries. Are they single? The Three of Pentacles is in the reverse. I think that this person is single. I feel like they feel like you have forgotten about them. That we don't even have a friendship anymore. In Judgment, somebody's got to make a decision to move forward here. I think this person is single, Aries. I want to say they are single. It does feel like you have an invested romantic interest in this person, and that may have been why you gave them the gears. You may have been in something else at the time. You may have just said to them, look, I can't do this with you. I got to push you out on the outside looking in. But this person was somebody who really doted and cared for you, but you released them. You released them in a very toxic way. But I feel like the Three of Pentacles being in the reverse tells me that this person is, got their back to you, no longer on your team. And I think if we were wondering if they're single because now you've had a breakthrough that you have some sort of romantic feelings for them, you need to make a decision about what you're doing from here. What's the decision, Aries? What's the decision? The decision is that you have to make it right, because I think you poured out the cup. I feel somebody offered you a cup and you didn't take it. I feel like you want the reunion. So the Four of Cups is here along with the Three of Cups. That Seven of Cups, it is confusing, but I feel like somebody offered you a cup and you just poured it out and said, no, I'm into something else. And I mean, legit, you were, but I feel like with the Three of Cups here, I feel like you want the reunion. So I feel like you're making some sort of a decision that's coming up to backtrack with somebody here, to backtrack with somebody. I don't know how you know them, but I don't feel like you've ever dated them. I don't feel like this is anything like that. It feels like somebody who is very kind to you, always doted on you, somebody who I feel back here, it feels like you were a real hard ass. I want to say you were not flexible. You were not flexible at all, that you were very focused on your 10 cups. And I feel like in the midst of it, you said something really sharp and broke somebody's heart and then blocked them. That's what it feels like. And then they were on the outside looking in. And I feel like now you're getting a different perspective on, I shouldn't have done that. And it's only because you've had some sort of a realization or an awakening. With the Sun and the Tower, you've had some sort of awakening that this person did nothing but offer you the 9 cups. I feel like you are hoping that after moving on, after time has passed, that this person's heart has healed. And I feel like you want to know if they're single, because I feel like you're making a decision to go forward and have a reunion with them of some sort. Look, the Knight of Cups is here. It feels like there is a romantic notion here. I'm just going to leave it right there, and you can say about that what you want. This is your reading. We do have the Two of Cups here. I feel like you're going to make some sort of a romantic decision here. That I feel like that you already always had feelings for this person, and you never said so because whatever was going on back here. I feel like you were in your ego a little bit, It feels like you were top dog in your ego. Don't talk to me. I'm in another thing. I'm already happy. Maybe you were in a marriage. 10 of Cups could say that maybe you were in a committed relationship or in a marriage and you had to put this person on the outside looking in. But there's somebody who never said a harsh word to you. There's someone who only doted and cared for you. And I don't know how they did that, but it feels like with the 9 of Cups here and the person showing up on the Hanged Man energy, that whenever you were stuck, they offered a kind word. They maybe cooked for you. I don't know what the situation was, but it feels like they wanted to heal you. Yeah, it feels like you're about to speak your feelings out to somebody here. I'm just going to leave that right here. Thank you so much, Aries, for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you. I hope this resonates for somebody. I'm going to go for now. You guys take care. I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.